What's the matter?
Oh, nothing, SpongeBob. I was just beginning to think that this was a waste of time.
No, it's not.
Forget it! I guess you don't have what it takes to be a stand-up guy.
But what about airline food?
What?
Airline food, my gosh, what is up with this stuff? Thank you, good night. See, I can be a stand-up guy. See?
Hello and welcome back to the Two Things That Won't Work podcast. As always, I'm your host, Marcus Chronicle, and I'm here with...
Neon Greystone.
And today, we are taking a look at the episodes Texas and Walking Small. Two episodes that we probably saw way too much as a kid. But you know what?
A lot.
Before we get into that, we have our SpongeBob Roulette game. And I did not bring up the list from last time. But here we are. Last time, we had the clues pencil, umbrella, and conch shell. Neon, do you remember what episode that is? You might not, because you didn't help come up with any of the clues, because you were indisposed for the half hour it took me to watch the episode.
I do not.
It was Christmas Who.
Oh, yeah.
I sometimes go over why, sometimes not. This time I'm going to go over pencil, because of Patrick's pencil joke.
Yeah, I see where all the clues came from.
That one is obvious. The umbrella and conch shell were... I was watching the episode, and both of those appear in the house with Patchy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had never noticed them, and then just that time, there they are. This time, we have a new episode, which I need to scroll up. Do you remember any of the clues, Neon?
Oh, Peanut.
Peanut was the first one. Your other clues are library and violin. Once again, those clues are peanut, library, and violin. I think this is the first time that you picked a clue that I came up with. You usually pick the first one that you came up with. But to get right into it, our synopsis for these episodes, or at least the first one, Texas. Sandy comes down with a case of the blues, and SpongeBob is determined to find out why and what he can do about it. The cure proves a little more challenging than expected when it turns out Sandy is homesick for good old Texas and plans to go back home. SpongeBob and friends decide to bring a little bit of Texas right to Bikini Bottom. And that's where it stops.
They're not wrong.
I expected there to be right to Bikini Bottom where... But no, it just stops at right to Bikini Bottom.
I'd say the part of the episode it does describe is described a little wordy, but I reckon I always say that, so...
And you will keep doing that.
I'll stop.
No, you won't. I guarantee you won't. You might not do it for Walking Small, but you definitely will do it again.
They're much too short. They could be more descriptive. Transcribe the episode.
So, fun thing about this episode, I had this episode on DVD. So I saw Texas a heck of a lot as a kid.
I had the season 1 DVDs.
I did not have the season 1 DVD, so I didn't have the ability to watch every episode. But I think this was the last episode on the DVD that came with the movie. So, no, that was Club SpongeBob was the last one on that. I think this was the second to last episode. Quiet Phone.
I know the season 3 or 4 DVDs, you could get the whole season before they'd all aired. So some people could see them early that way.
I had a DVD that had a bunch of the season 5 episodes that came out before season 5 started airing.
Yeah, they sold the complete season or the first 100 episodes. There was something with it where you could get them early.
Yeah. So I had New Digs, Krabs a la Mode, the one with the roller coaster.
Roller Cowards.
Yeah.
I liked that one when it came out. I don't know if I would today.
Two Faces of Squidward and Get Old What's His Name. Those were the episodes.
I liked the Two Faces of Squidward too. Yeah. I never liked What's His Name.
I liked New Digs a lot, but it was not because the episode was good.
No, it has a unique vibe, I guess.
It had a unique premise that I
liked it. And I liked Krabs a la Mode.
I didn't love that one as much, but I like it more going back to it.
Seeing the Krusty Krab frozen is a cool vibe.
Yeah. But I also haven't watched that episode in a long, long time.
I've seen it since I've seen most of season 1.
Yeah. But those were the 5 episodes on that disc, and I watched them a lot. Because I thought it was really cool that I got to watch all those episodes before they were on TV.
Yeah, no, that is cool.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I didn't see Walking Small very often, even though it aired a lot.
I remember seeing it a lot.
It's funny, I didn't often catch Texas on cable. Like, I would catch every once in a while, but I usually would come in during Walking Small and not ever get to see Texas. So, but then I had Texas on DVD, so I think it balanced out. But I definitely saw Texas more.
I think Walking Small, at least, was on the Video Now disc.
Wouldn't know. I never had one of those.
SpongeBob had a couple. I think this was on one of the black and white discs, one of the original Video Nows.
Yeah, we actually got, where my mom was working at the time, they would give out rewards for working there as long as
you
they did.
Portable DVD player.
Yeah, she got 2 portable DVD players from that place. Well, I never used one of them, I think. But I watched a lot of old Nick DVDs on that thing. And I had a bunch of Nick DVDs, you know, the Nick Picks and the SpongeBob DVDs. I had Avatar on DVD. I had the
Avatar Video Now.
I had the volume that introduced Toph. So it was 5 episodes. It started with the Blind Bandit and then ended with I think Zuko Alone. Or Zuko Alone was the 4th episode and like Bitter Work was the 5th. I don't remember what order it was. So I think it was the library. I think the library was the last episode on it. There were 5 episodes. I don't remember. It's been like damn near 20 years.
Nick was a much more diverse studio at one point. I had those Nick Picks ones once that had an episode of Avatar, an episode of like Jimmy Neutron, and then SpongeBob and Fairly Odd, like just very different shows.
They had Avatar on Nick Picks?
Yeah.
That had to have been like Nick Picks 5. That had to have been like the last one. Because I had 1, 2, and 4.
I thought it was 3 or 4.
No, it definitely wasn't 4. 4 had Danny Phantom, My Life, SpongeBob, Jimmy Neutron, Fairly Odd Parents, The X's. What else was on it? That might have been it. But I watched the 4th one a lot because it's the first one I had, and I got 1 and 2 in a 2-pack DVD.
Mm-hmm.
I can never get 3. I know the 5th one had Mr. Meaty on it.
Ew.
And I don't know if they ever made a 6th one.
I don't think they did. I think we looked it up and they didn't.
Yeah, because I wanted all of them.
Oh, yeah.
But I could never get my hands on them. So, let's see. Yeah, I think it probably 4 had Rugrats on it as well. Not sure. Yeah. But let's see here. Yeah. Oh, Nick Picks 5 had Dunces and Dragons on it.
Yeah, I had that one.
Yeah,
it was the one with Mr. Meaty. I never watched Mr. Meaty on it.
They had a holiday one as well.
Yeah, I never had that one, but I've seen that on the wiki.
I've never seen that. I'm on eBay, so it's easier to find. 3. I guess they had 6 of them. There were 1 through 5, and then the holiday pack.
There was also a Halloween one.
I didn't see that on the thing, so who knows?
I had the Halloween. It may not have been called a Nick pick, but there was some Nick DVD with a bunch of Halloween ones on it.
Yeah. The Nick picks were cool, especially because if you were a fan of all of those shows, you got an episode from every single one of the shows. And if you were a fan of most of them, you were likely going to at least get something new and might get you into something else. And that just doesn't exist anymore. Cool stuff like that will never exist again.
No, that era of life is over.
Yeah. And it's a shame.
I can't find it. It must not have been a Nick pick. I had a DVD with Avatar and SpongeBob on it. I don't know what it was called, but they had a bunch of those, like, variety discs.
So,
anyway, yeah.
Getting away from DVDs, let's actually
Support
get into the episode.
physical media.
So it opens up and they are doing they're playing a game with the SpongeBob and Patrick and Sandy where they've built their houses and are role playing their day, I guess. And Patrick and SpongeBob decide to go over to Sandy where she has not built her tree dome. She has built a mountain out of sand and chops it away, and it's Texas. I remember as a kid going, how do you get that shape from that pile of sand? Because I was a dumb child.
It looked feasible enough.
Yeah.
To me, at least.
Yeah, as a kid, I remember looking from point A to point B and going, I don't know how the hell you got there. And as an adult, I go, it's because it's animation, dumbass.
It definitely is, but it looks somewhat feasible. It's better than like a circle or a square than it being Texas, which they could have done.
Yeah. But Sandy is almost immediately saddened by Texas getting washed away after SpongeBob and Patrick don't recognize it from the state view, I guess. The map view.
Mm-hmm.
And she decides to go off dejectedly home. And I'm only talking this much about what's going on in the episode, hoping that you find your notes.
Oh, I have my notes. I was looking for trivia. And I figured you could talk by yourself for quite a while.
I usually can, but I try and do it back and forth.
So, there's like no good trivia on this other than first appearance of Flats the Flounder.
Which is wrong.
It's what it says.
Well, it's wrong. Because he appeared in an earlier episode already.
What episode?
I believe it was the one where they abducted everyone in town. Because
Maybe.
he was in Flats' medicine cabinet.
Huh. Well, it says on the wiki and on IMDb.
Yeah.
But, yeah, apparently may or may not be Flats. Maybe this is the first time you see all of him. But, no good trivia other than it's the song she sings is a spoof of one of Hank Williams. Senior, not junior.
I don't know who that is, so...
Very famous country singer. You wouldn't like him. He's very good, though. Unique title card music. So, unrelated to just this one, 2 Goo Lagoon appearances in a row. I thought was kind of neat.
Yeah.
Especially because Goo Lagoon isn't super common.
These could very much be the same weekend.
I could believe it.
Which would be interesting. I'm trying to double things, but...
So I also thought, the cute little foreshadowing or representation with the jellyfish. Like Sandy and Patrick hear that Sandy's sad, SpongeBob and Patrick hear that Sandy's sad about missing home, and then go on for like 10 minutes of this jellyfish about how it needs to be home where it's loved.
Yeah.
I'm like, really rubbing it in, guys.
They can read the room enough to understand that something's wrong, but
Yeah.
they can't figure it out.
Yeah, that's the collective brain cell they share. Can't figure out what to do. Also, a very unique transition from Jellyfish Fields.
Yeah, they do the...
Like a paper flip.
Yeah. I was going to write that down, and I heard you go, like, interesting or something.
Yeah.
I went, I'm not going to bother.
I think that's unique to this. I don't know that I've seen that in another episode of SpongeBob.
Yeah. Unless they did it for, like, a very specific episode where... Yeah. Sandy's rocket.
Yeah.
I told you it was wrong.
Correct the wiki. Be the change.
I remembered that.
But,
because I thought this was the first appearance of Flats 2 for the longest time, and then we started this podcast, and I went, wow.
So, I little thing here, he definitely showed up because Patrick called him.
Or he's also friends with Sandy.
He could, but we haven't seen it, but we know he hates SpongeBob.
We're going to jump ahead a little bit, because we're talking about Flats, and it's part of my notes. Do you think Flats wants to kick SpongeBob's butt in the later episode because Sandy laughed at him in this episode, or because SpongeBob shot him in an earlier episode?
No, it's definitely the abducting him from the moon.
I think that's the more logical reason. I like the petty thing of Sandy laughed at him because of SpongeBob, so he wants to kick SpongeBob's ass.
He's definitely petty.
Yeah, he's definitely petty, and I think this is the funnier explanation for why he wants to kick
But
SpongeBob's ass later.
I love that he walks the line with Patrick, where apparently they're friends, like really close. I need to see an episode where they just vibe, and he just walks away every time SpongeBob shows up.
There are 3 very good seasons of SpongeBob. They're good all the way through, and Flats appears in 3 episodes. 2 of them are in season 1, but I believe we won't get another great episode of, or another great season of SpongeBob until Flats appears again.
Pouring out for my boy Squilliam having a vocal role.
Yeah,
He's lost it to Bubble Bass.
Yeah, yeah. I was watching a guy who just I threw on a video of him yesterday. It's Jackson Finelli. I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Yeah, I'd assume it's Finelli.
He does a bunch of SpongeBob essays. He uploads one like a week, and he's usually pretty good. I don't always love his content, but
See, I found him
I think
a
he's
little
more interesting.
meh some of the time. The few videos I've watched of his, but he's all right.
Yeah, he's like up and down. I don't always agree with him. Sometimes I
Yeah.
do, but I think he's more interesting as a creator. As long as I'm not always agreeing with him, I just find it more, beneficial.
Apparently, Ollie is controversial in the SpongeBob community.
I can't watch him. I just find him so boring. So
I haven't watched him in months, but I never watched the video and went, "Man, this guy sucks." I was just kind of bored. Apparently, people hate him.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't had a video recommended from him since I told you to stop recommending his channel. So
I'm surprised it listened.
Nothing against the guy. I don't find his speaking.
He's trying to be like the
voice
real Jims, but for SpongeBob, I think, where he'll do stuff like how many doors and blah blah blah.
But
Yeah. Anyway, Finelli.
No, you brought up and I've lost my point.
Sorry about
Yeah, that happens a lot with you.
that. All right, I'll work on that.
Yeah, no, I cannot backtrack to where I was, and I'm gonna.
We were talking about flats.
Yeah, right. Because you are talking about
Squilliam.
And Bubble Bass. He brought up in, I think, his newest video that he doesn't understand why people don't like Bubble Bass in the new seasons. From how annoying people find Bubble Bass. Not like I know why you hate him. I personally don't like him for the same reason. I don't hate him as much as you do. But he was talking about how he feels that way about how Larry's portrayed now. I thought that was interesting. I can't remember a single episode that Larry was in other than Larry the Floor Manager, of which I don't remember anything that happened during that other than he tried to turn the Krusty Krab into a gym. And I just thought, I can't ever remember anything from any episode that's come out in the last 5 years. Other than the one where Bubble Bass and Squidward were on a train together. Which is an episode I like. It's one of the few episodes of the last few seasons I actually remember, so. Yeah. Anyway.
I mean, I remember a lot that Larry's in. He's got the one where he opens his gym, the one where Mr. Krabs is taking advantage of his gym, the one where Mr. Krabs and him compete for Puff. Recent one where Larry decides to start living like Patrick to unlock super strength.
I haven't seen that episode, and
It's the newest one he's in, I believe. It's awful.
Yeah, I know. It's within the last 2 weeks that came out, and I'm not going to watch it because I don't care enough.
But they've been using Larry a lot more later, I think, than early on. He's normally, I don't know, not an antagonist or a protagonist.
He was better in the classic era.
He was.
Anyway, so Sandy's trying to go home, and SpongeBob and Patrick will not leave her alone because they can only read the room enough to know something's wrong, and will not read the room when they're actually affecting her.
Yeah. I liked one thing. They use squirrel and mammal to be girl a lot of the time early on, especially with like Patrick and some of the others, and it's like you catch it with Patrick. Like maybe it's a squirrel thing to be like when he's talking about why she's so sad. Like
Yeah.
SpongeBob asks Patrick like what's wrong with Sandy, and he goes maybe it's a squirrel thing, and you can tell what they're leaning into a little bit.
Yeah.
It's not malicious from Patrick. He literally
It was malicious from SpongeBob.
he does it once.
Once. Only once.
Yeah, he doesn't make that mistake a second time.
And then he reaches the moon for the third time in his life.
Yeah, I think probably. I think I think they definitely leaned into that with the like land critters versus sea critters. I think that's very clearly meant to be
Can't wait
the
to get to pressure.
girl versus boy thing.
I can't wait to get to pressure, not because I think that'll be a fun podcast. I just really like that episode.
It's a very good episode. It's one of my favorite Sandy ones in the first 3 seasons.
Yep. It is one of my favorite episodes of the show. But yeah.
Someone found one of the puppets recently.
Cool.
Yeah.
They get home to Sandy's tree dome after... well, she tells them that she's feeling homesick, and they get the great idea to take her back to her tree dome.
To which she packs her bags and then sings on the roof.
Yeah. Well, she runs inside, just locks up, full lockdown mode.
Yeah.
And then she starts her song.
Her house doesn't start destroying Bikini Bottom, though, oddly enough. Her security system doesn't do that.
Because she made her own.
But she sings a song, and it's not a singer that stands in for her, actually. Apparently it's a dude named Junior Brown, who's mostly just a TV actor. Not a singer.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I will say early SpongeBob music is amazing.
I really like the vibe of the song. Like, it's just... I've seen vibe a lot. It's very homey, soothing, relaxing.
This is the third full-fledged song in the show, I want to say. Like, actual music number. Because there's Rip Pants, Fun, and now Texas, I guess. I don't remember what the song's name is. I just always called it, like, Texas or whatever.
I don't know what the song's called.
It's this song from Texas. So, who cares? This is one of the ones that I do remember coming in just... if I came in during Texas, it was always right before the song started. Mm-hmm. Which, it was nice. It's probably the high point of the episode.
It is. It's one of my favorite moments in it.
Yeah. It's not the funniest moment, obviously. No. It's not meant to be that, but there's some pretty good jokes.
Like, I don't think anyone's ever laughed at hot girl sings in man voice. Like, not in this episode.
Not in SpongeBob.
No, that's what... Because it's just... The song is sad and melancholic.
I can think of one time that I've seen that joke and it be funny.
I didn't mean it couldn't be. I meant in this episode.
Yeah.
I don't think it was meant to be humorous.
No. It was meant to be heart-wrenching.
Yeah, and maybe odd.
I don't think odd, just heart-wrenching.
But,
which they signify when Patrick is being attacked by music.
Yeah, Patrick is literally confused by the music. And, SpongeBob and Patrick have an idea.
Before we get that, I want to ask something. Do you think that guy ate his Krabby Patty after the guy blew his nose in it?
I'd hope not, but probably. Based on the next episode and what people eat, yes.
Also, I'm not sure that was a Krabby Patty. It always looked to me like a Sloppy Joe.
It did look a little off from a normal Krabby Patty, but SpongeBob didn't make it.
Yeah. Which, I was thinking, well, we know crabs would call it a Krabby Joe, right? That's what that would be?
I don't think we've heard an equivalent. Yeah, I guess Krabby Joe at him. Chum would be, at the Chum Bucket would be the Chum Joe. Or Chummy Joe.
I mean, I think a Chum Burger is just a Sloppy Joe.
It's very much ground gray meat or red meat.
It's the same consistency.
Yeah.
So.
But, yeah, she gets the whole town sad.
Yeah. Which is pretty hard to do with Bikini Bottom because they only have two options. Idiot and angry. So.
Normally, but, different kind of Bikini Bottom in some of the early episodes.
Yeah, they get to emote a little bit more.
They do. It's I get to it a bit more later, but they do feel more connected early on.
Yeah, they will beat the shit out of an old man for SpongeBob.
That might be the image I see online of SpongeBob memes, like, the most.
How many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man?
It comes up in a lot of different Reddits.
That's probably the meme that is most around now.
I think it is the SpongeBob meme from the early seasons that is the most common today.
Yeah. Yeah, all the other ones seem to take a rest from time to time, but Old Man just keeps coming back. It's
always applicable, too.
It's always applicable. But, yeah.
Company does X. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? So, yeah, then they have an idea, a wonderfully awful idea.
Yeah, Patrick actually comes up with a smart suggestion and says, why don't we just bring some Texas down here?
Confuses SpongeBob at first, but then he figures it out.
There was a moment where we see them coming from the Krusty Krab after they set up the party.
Yeah, and you hear Mr. Krabs complaining.
No. I mean, we do, but that's not what I was leaning into. They get to Sandy's tree dome. She reveals that she's leaving, and then SpongeBob looks back at the Krusty Krab, and we see just Sandy's tree dome, and then
the
across.
distance.
Yeah, we see the distance to the Krusty Krab, and I just thought it would have helped Sandy as the outsider if the rest of Bikini Bottom was more centralized. And what I mean by that is, like,
Yeah.
the characters we know. If SpongeBob, Patrick, and Squidward were closer to the main town, if they were more, like, places on their street.
Yeah.
It's just every individual location feels isolated. So when you get Sandy's isolated, yes, she's the only one there. But also, when we see Krabs' house, how many times have we ever seen Krabs' house around anything else? Like, he's also isolated. So, except
Conch
for
Street's isolated.
yeah, all the locations feel isolated. So Sandy feeling isolated, as the outsider, doesn't hit as hard as it could have.
I know in all the...
Nothing against the episode. It's just
Yeah. I know in all the games, it's on the opposite side of Bikini Bottom, normally, from Conch Street, isn't it?
I mean, Battle for Bikini Bottom, her house was the center of the map.
Was it?
Yeah. In Flying Dutchman, I don't remember. That one, I think, was opposite. Or no, it was behind Conch Street in that one.
Was it?
Yeah, but it was its own loading zone and stuff. Like, it felt like it was
Because I was
supposed
thinking
to be
you'd go
different.
Conch Street, Bikini Bottom, Sandy's, if you were going in a straight line, normally. That's how I figure it in my head, at least, how it's laid out.
I haven't played the new game enough. Movie game doesn't go there. The PS1 game doesn't really count.
No, yeah, the overworld.
And then I think it's still in the center of town with
in the Cosmic Shake.
yeah, in Cosmic Shake. So it's usually pretty central in the games.
Well, I do know I know the road, like, beside it goes to the Krusty Krab in some way. I think we've seen that before.
Yeah,
We've seen Squidward walk on it before, too. Like, do his morning jog or whatever on it.
but it would have been nice if the rest of the residents felt more centralized while Sandy didn't. But that's, hindsight.
Yeah.
Hindsight's a bitch. But, yeah, they, learn that Sandy's trying to go back home. She takes off, refusing to go to the Krusty Krab for one last Krabby Patty, because it would hurt too much. And SpongeBob and Patrick do something that they would live to regret.
They, I don't know, I think they're willing to take the sacrifice.
SpongeBob is. I don't think Patrick understood what was going on.
No.
He just knew that if he insulted Texas, Sandy would stick around longer.
Yeah, he understood that part.
but he didn't understand why.
I think SpongeBob knew what would happen.
SpongeBob knew, but he didn't realize the extent.
Yeah, not the magnitude.
He knew Sandy was going to kick his ass, but he didn't know how bad it was going to
Yeah, he thought he'd still have an ass.
What he didn't realize is that even the ass kickings are bigger in Texas.
I want to promote Sandy on being able to deal SpongeBob bludgeoning damage. Flats couldn't.
Well, you can deal bludgeoning damage as long as you love them.
That's how it works for Garp.
Yep.
But, yeah, so they piss Sandy off. They sing a version of the Texas anthem.
By the way, I want to be clear. Her love is for Texas, not for SpongeBob. That's why it hurts so much when she beats his ass.
She's smiting him with her faith in Texas and love. But, yeah, they sing the Texas anthem and a bunch of other jokes about Texas. Very childish.
Very childish, very funny jokes.
Sandy gets so angry she blushes with confused anger.
I will say my two favorite jokes are the stars joke. I think that one's just really fun. Mm-hmm. And the what am I, stupid? No, I'm Texas.
What's the difference? Yeah, I've heard that one a lot.
That one's my favorite of them. Just it's so simple and straight to the point.
Get a dog, little Augie or Hoggy or whatever. Always confused me.
Yeah. It took me a long time to realize what that joke was. But now it's obvious.
And then Sandy becomes the Juggernaut. Just cannot be stopped. Walls, no. Holes, barriers, no.
She shoves a nuke up Patrick's ass.
And then she chops SpongeBob in half through a tree.
I mean, it was a kelp tree.
Chops it cleanly in half. And SpongeBob.
Yeah.
But she reminds him that she owns his ass.
Yep. Once again.
And apparently just ties up Patrick when she catches him after exploding him.
Well, she beats him, hog ties him, and then probably goes, I'll be back later.
Yeah, to finish the beating.
I had to go catch the other one, but that will deal... That is a 1/1000th of what you are going to get.
She was going to beat them until they took back what they said.
Yeah.
And Patrick manages to keep up vaguely behind them, apparently bouncing on his stomach and face.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he had some extra time when Sandy was trying to rip SpongeBob in half again.
Yeah. But SpongeBob barely makes it to the Krusty Krab. His finger gets over the finish line.
I will say, when they're running and Patrick is still making fun of Texas when SpongeBob's going, that's enough.
Yeah, Pat, stop.
Please stop making it worse.
You're adding numbers to the beatings.
And I love the moment that you can see him realize that he fucked up.
Oh, yeah, Patrick.
When he turns and sees his light flash before his eyes because he sees the moment of his death.
Yeah.
That one's a fun little visual gag. And that's when they decide to pour on the speed.
But she catches Patrick, and then, again, SpongeBob's finger barely makes it over the finish line.
Hey, she did increase his grip strength. She helped him. He is stronger now.
He didn't give out.
He did not give out.
The foundations of the Krusty Krab gave out.
But impressive.
Yeah, so...
That was mostly Sandy's strength, but if SpongeBob didn't have the durability, it wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, SpongeBob's con, her strength. So Sandy and SpongeBob together managed to rip the Krusty Krab a new asshole.
Which, I mean, Sandy could have just done herself. That didn't...
She could have.
She didn't need SpongeBob. She could have done that with half the effort if she really wanted to.
It's her or Patrick for strongest in Bikini Bottom.
Sandy.
Yeah.
Patrick has got dumb strength, but Sandy is refined.
Yeah, Sandy is built from iron.
If Patrick has a stronger feat, Sandy will arm crunch her way through it.
I can believe that. And what Sandy sees inside makes her stop and do a double take.
Yeah, she sees a bunch of fish committing cultural appropriation.
Yeah, which, as we know, is problematic today.
Yeah, which is why we have the new cut where she kills everyone.
Yeah, as God intended. But, yeah, again, the Bikini Bottom was very community-driven early on. We see this. They all attend Mr. Krabs' party at Halloween. And, here, and then at Christmas. Very community-driven early on. And, Mr. Krabs willing to help out.
Yeah, he, that will go away very quick after season 3.
Yeah, this isn't the only time in the early seasons though, that Mr. Krabs is willing to help out his friends in the other community.
I'm pretty sure it goes away kind of before.
Season 3 is when they started leaning hard into the cheap jokes.
Yeah, I think the moment it flips is when he eats the nasty patty.
Yeah, that's the episode and it's right, because that's when he decides SpongeBob's soul is worth less to him than 62 cents.
Which is a very funny joke. But it was the, death nail in the coffin.
It very much was.
But, to be fair, Krabs did die and come back, so...
Yeah.
Whatever part of his soul was lost, it never got back.
Yeah, he never got back that part of himself.
I'm guessing it was worth about 62 cents.
We see sunburn fish here from SpongeBob drowning. Ripped Pants. We see Flats. We see Mr. Krabs. Fred's in the crowd. It's cool.
I have to wonder, why did they have Flats, his design, in season 1, and then not ever do something until season 3, and only use him in 3 episodes?
Well, that's I think early on, in the one where the Sandy's rocket and this, he's just meant to be another background fish, a unique designed one. He's one of those flat fish that only has eyes on one side. They play with that.
Yeah.
In his episode.
Because he's a flounder.
Yeah. And I guess after they went, we need a bully, they decided to go with one of the unique fish models. And then, well, he has a personality now. We can't just use him in the background.
I'd much rather have seen him throughout a bunch of episodes, and then if they do the bully and never use him again after that, that's fine.
But I believe that's why.
But why is he only in 2 episodes in season 1 and then not again until season 3?
That's fair. And you brought up something earlier, I know it's derailing it again, about Sandy's isolation and how I do think that is the biggest cause of the Sandy drought in the mid-seasons. Is because unless they'd planned a Sandy episode in advance, they don't use that location.
Yeah.
If her house was on Conch Street, I think she would just by default be in more episodes, or closer to the middle of town.
Yeah,
near the Bargain Mart and other places. I think we would see her more. Because especially when the show was storyboard driven.
Yeah, because it's harder to say with that because they can rearrange it however they want, whenever they need. How many episodes do we see outside the Krusty Krab and the Chum Bucket isn't there? We see that a lot.
Yeah, unless they need the Chum Bucket. But, I think we see Squidward in 2 or 3 minutes, or a minute or 2 of episodes where he's not important because his house is between theirs.
Yeah. So, I definitely would have loved to see, I guess, a more realized version where everyone feels more centralized.
I think it would have been nice. I mean, if the show was made today, they'd be renting apartments in a complex.
Early on, I don't know that it still, pops up here and there. You could see other houses on Conch Street that just appeared in the background.
I don't remember that.
It happens kind of, again, it's in the background. They never point out there's a house.
Yeah.
It's just, sometimes there's houses
I know
in the
down the
background,
road shot, you can see some sparse houses.
Yeah, and then they start to move away from that, and it just becomes empty behind them. And just rocks and stuff.
Yeah, it's just Jellyfish Fields is on the other side, right? They consistently go the opposite side from town.
I usually think Jellyfish Fields is straight ahead or to the left. I know in the Patrick Star game, it's literally right in front of Con Street, which
But like the opposite way from where you go to the Krusty Krab, right?
in that game, the Krusty Krab is to the left. It's a big map, and the Con Street is like almost the very north of it, I think. It's like, so all Bikini Bottom is like to the south, so or whatever direction. And I don't remember where Sandy's place is there. So, because I know where the airfield. I don't know where Sandy's place is in that game.
But I was just thinking more on Sandy being like a drought in the middle season. So she was really the only female main cast member.
Yeah,
Because like
Pearl,
I know
Puff.
Pearl and Puff are counted. I think these days is pretty much the extended main cast, or however that's done.
Yeah,
Like Pearl's in most of the promotional material, I think, with the main cast, but like she doesn't have a ton of episodes.
yeah. Like of the three female characters, Pearl is the least important. Sandy's the most important, and I don't count Karen because.
Yeah, Karen's fair. Karen is kind of but she's mostly isolated. She's just for Plankton most of the time.
Yeah, not anymore, but
No. Now she has a life.
yeah,
She also she fairly consistently has arms now on her rig.
yeah.
That used to be rarer. But, do you think like an earlier version of the Gal Pals, I know you've seen at least the first Gal Pal episode.
I
Do
see
you
the
think
first
that would've,
two.
You think that would have worked better early on? Like,
No, I think it works fine for what it is, but I don't think it would have worked in classic SpongeBob. I mean, most of Karen's development didn't even come until damn near the middle of SpongeBob, so.
yeah, she kind of, like, when the show started to go, I get downhill, when the Golden Age ended, she became more common.
And that was a good thing, honestly, but.
The Plankton episodes are much better for her existing.
Like, the first time I remember her having a personality is The Algae is Always Greener. And then it's,
Well, she has one in Fun.
yeah, a little bit of fun. Because she had a personality immediately after the first episode, but
Yeah, like,
it didn't start becoming
Yeah.
what it is.
where Plankton treated her as another character.
I think she didn't become Karen until Plankton's Army. I think that is the moment where she became a character.
Where she's laughing at him and, actually has ideas.
Yeah. But, man, we have only done Texas, haven't we?
Yeah.
I haven't even read the thing for Walking Small.
No. But I'm going to lead with It's Not Wordy.
I blanked so hard. I literally thought we were halfway through Walking Small. Just we've been going for 43 minutes.
Damn.
So I'm going to go ahead and assume that you don't have any more things, any more notes.
No.
This is a reminder, if you are enjoying the show and want to support us, we do have a Patreon. It should be in the description below. Anything you want to donate, to go ahead, that'd be awesome. Don't feel the need that you have to. It's just an option if you want to support the show. I am looking to possibly start making merch, like shirts and stuff for the podcast. I have an idea for a shirt right now. But I have to sit down and make them. And if I start doing that, I will start advertising it on the podcast. With that being said, Walking Small. The evil Plankton is up to no good once again when he tries to manipulate SpongeBob into becoming aggressive and mean in order to get more out of life. SpongeBob discovers that just because people obey you, they don't necessarily respect you. Besides, it's just more fun to be nice to people and have them like you. That's Walking Small. And I don't need that open, but I'm going to leave it open just in case. So there's two things I want to open up with. Is this the last time we hear Plankton's theme? Like it was during the title card. It was.
I don't think it is.
It
might be.
It hit me. I know this song only from Plankton. I can't.
It's
out
Plankton's
any other
theme.
episode.
It is, but I can't, because, yeah, I mean, most of his moment, yeah. Because they don't use it later at all.
Like, that theme is solely tied to Plankton.
Well, and it's tied to, like, evil Plankton.
Yeah.
Or, like, the more serious version.
Yeah, I can't pull it out of any other episode. If you had asked me if they had used it more than in that episode, I would have told you no.
I'm going to Google that, actually.
While you're doing that, I will also say the theme at the very start of the episode, when it starts proper, that like rock theme, whatever it is, it sounded like the music from like Muscle Beach from Revenge of the Flying Dutchman, or like the Karate Gear, or like something. It sounded like a theme from Revenge of the Flying Dutchman, and I can only remember it from when we were on Muscle Beach. So
Yeah.
I think that's one of the levels that had unique music.
Yeah, it did.
So that's just where I'm pulling that from. But, yeah, so in this episode, Plankton is trying to build a new chum bucket because he hasn't learned his lesson yet. Failing business, let's open up a second location. And this time, it'll be beachfront property, so it'll be even more expensive to keep open.
So I can't find Plankton's theme. I did find a fun fact. One.
Okay.
And it's the episode when the episode had a special airing on Nicktoons, October 19th, 2006. And on that airing, it had a specialized ending theme.
It did.
Which is the version we had, actually. But that is not how it originally aired.
Interesting.
Yeah. That's the only fun fact. There is no other. But, yeah, back to Goo Lagoon right away. Like I said, I can believe these are back-to-back days, almost.
Very much could be.
Bikini Bottomites, community, great, all that, right? They're rude as shit in this episode.
Yeah.
SpongeBob gets sat on, walked through, knocked over.
Robbed.
Yeah, pretty much. Straight up. Like, just horribly rude right after the end of the last one where they came together to help someone. Also, screw that eel character.
That eel is a prick. That's literally one of my notes.
I have that as
a
a note. The eel is an ass. SpongeBob also ruined Larry's day.
Yeah.
He doesn't come back.
That's the... Oh, he might have been back at the very end.
He was. I looked for him. I didn't see him.
I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, no, that eel is absolutely a prick and deserves all the insult that Plankton gives him.
He absolutely does.
He deserves... He is probably the biggest piece of shit in the first season.
He walked through SpongeBob.
It's either him or the guy who threw the pizza in SpongeBob's face. It's one of those two.
Yeah, also, pour one out for the octopus guy at the thing that only has 3 or 4 hot dogs for the entire day to sell. He had to close when SpongeBob took the 4 hot dogs.
I think we see his wife in a later episode.
We might.
I can only think of one other freaking, like, octopus, squid, whatever that one was. And it's when they're swearing at the Krusty Krab.
Oh, yeah. Is there an octopus in that one?
Yeah, because they put up all their ears over the kids and then just, like, shoves the drinks over.
Yeah, yeah.
Like 2 more. So, that's I think the only times we see that design.
They don't use actual octopi much, I guess because of Squidward.
Yeah. But let's be honest, most people don't even know that Squidward's supposed to be an octopus.
No.
And if you hear that and go, Squidward's not an octopus, you're right. We agree with you. Sometimes. Sometimes we don't. It depends on what's funniest at the time.
Yeah.
After watching SpongeBob get robbed by an eel, Plankton decides, I can use SpongeBob to, get rid of everyone. Because, of course, he can use SpongeBob to get rid of everyone.
Anyone can use SpongeBob to do that.
And uses the best lie ever of, I have 2 ice creams and I can only eat 1.
Yeah. I do love the perspective at the opening. I know we're kind of past that, but like watching Plankton do all this and it look roughly normal sized to then cut away, and he's literally just microscope with a kid's toy being the guy. It's not a tractor; it's a bulldozer.
I love the people around him just going, "Do you hear something?"
Yeah, the fucking lifeguard going, "Did I hear?" Because he needs to know if he heard something.
Is someone dying?
Yeah, so he flips it around and still can't hear him.
That's great. There's some good visual humor in this episode.
There is, but yeah, he decides to use the most powerful weapon in Bikini Bottom, SpongeBob.
There's a moment where he's relayed all this info to SpongeBob about, I have 2 ice creams, but I only need 1. And SpongeBob gets so serious, like, Plankton, you're supposed to be smart. There's an obvious answer here. I will eat 1.
Like, it does take SpongeBob a second to suggest it, though.
He's doing it with the, like, I get the sense that he's going, Plankton, you're a dumbass.
Yeah.
I am here.
But, I think, I see where they get, when, Plankton owns SpongeBob in a later episode. After he wins at cards. Like, their dynamic from that episode, I get in a lot of when he's eating the ice cream. Because you see Plankton go like 6 times to talk, and SpongeBob's just, the ice cream cone, and Plankton just can't do anything.
Yeah.
Spit getting on him, and just, he clearly gets fed up, like, almost ready to leave, but then SpongeBob's like, anything I want, eh?
It takes so long for
it's so drawn out, but it's
to realize
funny.
what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
He's so quick on the uptake until he starts working with Plankton.
But Plankton teaches him how to be a man, a bit toxic, one might say.
Well, first, we see Plankton, after SpongeBob agrees to work with him, start laughing maniacally. And what were you expecting? Like, seeing that, if you didn't know the joke because you're diseased, what would you have expected SpongeBob to do now? Because I would have 2 answers, and neither one of them were what happened in the episode.
So to sing Plankton's evil laugh?
Yeah, just, hey, I'll teach me how to be assertive. Starts laughing maniacally. What would SpongeBob do now?
Laugh?
I don't think he'd laugh. I think he would stare blankly oblivious at Plankton, and then Plankton would realize he's laughing evilly, and then make a quick joke to obscure it that was not funny.
Oh, yeah, like classic SpongeBob?
Yeah.
Because modern SpongeBob would just stare off into the distance, like, shitting himself.
Yeah, he would not even recognize that Plankton was laughing.
He wouldn't recognize that Plankton was there.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, classic SpongeBob. I could see that. I could also see him just laughing at Plankton, or staring at Plankton awkwardly until Plankton stopped. Yeah.
Yeah. He would do that. Plankton would realize he's laughing maniacally, and then make a joke about how he's not evil or whatever.
Or how he was just thinking of something and then give a non-funny joke, yeah.
Which I see in so many shows now, and I'm sick of that joke.
That joke sucks, but...
Because it's never written well. It can't be written well. I've seen it written well.
The joke is it's written poorly.
Yeah. But it's so disjointed when I see that now. Or, like, the person who's not laughing maniacally would call it out. And then they'd, once again,
just hold on the silence for a second. Yeah, like hand wave it. Lampshade. But
SpongeBob just kind of sitting there for a second and then start laughing without even realizing at all is
also,
so
we
much
get a
better.
SpongeBob evil cackle. Like, his is kind of tuned to Plankton's a little bit.
Yeah. It works much better in this episode, and it feels like a very old joke. Because you just don't see that anymore.
But, I can see this working with Patrick too, the same episode almost. The ending would be a little different, but...
I think they did a similar episode with Patrick later.
I don't know that one if they did.
I think they might have... It's been so long since I've seen a lot of later episodes, I just...
Yeah.
I
know there's one where he fights a turtle on the beach, but that's all I know. I can remember.
Is that the same one where his house is a turtle?
Yeah.
That episode wasn't good.
It was awful. But, yeah, Plankton teaches SpongeBob to be assertive.
Yep.
It goes about as well as anyone would think it would.
And to be specific, it's assertive.
Not insertive.
And I like that joke a lot.
I don't think they'd make that joke today either, though.
So one of the first things that happens after that is we see SpongeBob. He gets his ice cream back from the eel, from the prick. And then he goes treasure hunting for some reason.
Immediately finds something.
He finds something, never
doesn't get to uncover it.
And someone who is pretending to be Scooter shows
some
up.
Scooter-esque guy.
That is, his name in the script is Scooter. But it's not Scooter.
No, because we see Scooter later.
Yeah.
With the surfboard.
Yeah, but this is fake Scooter.
Scooter's brother.
What's that, like, shitty scooter that, like, the trick shot scooter that was a thing in, like, when we were a kid?
I don't know. Moped is technically a scooter.
The one that the commercial would always see them flip it the fuck around in the air. They're like, it's a skateboard scooter or whatever the fuck. I would always watch that commercial and go, you could just do that with a skateboard and it would look better. It looks so bad.
I had a scooter. I used a scooter through middle school. I was that kid.
Yeah. Yeah, the one that they couldn't ever get his hands on a better thing.
I had a bike and a scooter. When the other kids were on their skateboards, I was on a scooter.
Yeah, that makes sense for you.
Yes. Also, I did break my wrist on a scooter once. And yes, I was already in a cast from breaking my ankle.
Was it the opposite wrist from your ankle?
No, I can't remember. It was this ankle. I can't... Yeah, it was, because I couldn't write. It was 8th grade. Or no, yeah, it was 8th grade.
I remember you walking around with a splint in 9th grade a lot.
Yeah.
Or it was 10th grade.
Yeah. Yeah, it was 10th grade, yeah, because it was I had the teacher that ended up getting fired. I had her class.
Yeah, I just remember in history class in 10th grade, you always had a splint.
Yeah, I had my wrist. I'd broken my wrist and the opposite ankle. I remember being in school going, you can't go to school with 2 different broken limbs. I'm going to have to be home. Oh, God, I won't be able to leave my house.
I remember back in middle school, you once told me that if you broke your knee again, they'd replace it with a metal knee.
They told me. I think they were trying to scare me. But they told me that. I went to the ER a lot as a kid.
Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't go a lot more.
My brother went a lot more.
I think as a kid, I went to the ER once.
Well, you still haven't broken a bone, have you?
No. And hopefully I won't have to.
My dad only broke 1 bone up to this point in his life.
Break your bones when they're squishy.
Yeah.
You're as a kid.
Dude, kids are made of fucking rubber, dude. Like, I slammed into so many things as a kid that would absolutely put me on the ground today that I bounced off of. But, much like SpongeBob. But, yeah. So...
I will say, SpongeBob is good at finding buried treasure. Because he did it in the last episode, too. He did it in ARG. He's done it in Walking Small.
He does it again. Well, and we know in, that he can find the blah, 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 the, leprechaun's treasure, too.
Oh, no, that's just his bank.
The first National Bank of SpongeBob. He stole it from a leprechaun!
Or SpongeBob's Irish. We don't know.
Green tie for St. Patty's Day. But SpongeBob is still having people be really rude to him.
Yeah.
But now he's rude back. Ineffectively.
I appreciate SpongeBob's misunderstandings of Plankton's directives so much more as an adult. Like, it's so much funnier as an adult than it was as a kid. It was pretty funny as a kid.
He's Bugs Bunnying Plankton, but not on purpose.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, do you think he ever went hiking with Scooter, not Scooter's brother? Because he said we should go on a hike with me, and he said, yeah.
Maybe, probably. At SpongeBob at some point probably would have done that.
It felt like he agreed to let him borrow it if he went on a hike, is what I think that fish took away.
Yeah. So, SpongeBob fails to understand Plankton's directives until Plankton decides, you know what, I'm done. I'm packing it up.
Yeah, until Plankton's decided he's had as much SpongeBob as he can handle for a day.
And then SpongeBob asks for one last try, where he finally manages to start driving people away.
Proving he knows when people are being assholes.
He throws his tooth like a boomerang.
He knocks sand onto and into everyone.
Yep.
And he steals hot dogs.
Yes, he does.
Out of people's hands. He licked like 5 people.
It's very gross.
It is, and it gets grosser.
Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't throw up on yourself.
Bro, I almost do half the time watching people eat patties shot out of SpongeBob's body. Have you seen what he cleans the grill with?
Yeah. When SpongeBob threw his tooth, the only thing that went through my mind was, now come back, boomerang. This is the only thing I heard. And every time I see something like that now, it's so hard for me not to just throw out, now come back, boomerang.
I had that thought the other day, not during this episode, but I was watching something like 2 or 3 days ago and went, now come, like in my head, now come back!
I've been watching Avatar videos the last couple days.
After we rewatched the movie. Or after we watched the movie.
Yeah, because that leaked. The person who leaked it went to jail, apparently.
Yes.
So, yeah. Not that it is going to change anything. Everyone can watch it. It's on the internet forever.
Well, only giant corporations can pirate, or can do that legally.
Yeah. Who cares?
I'm not going on a tangent. But, yeah, movie's decent. Go see it if you think you might like it.
It's not going to be in theaters.
No, but they can go see it. It'll be on streaming.
No one's going to get Paramount.
South Park's on it.
Yeah. But no one's going to get Paramount. No one cares.
I'm pretty sure Matt and Trey told people not to get Paramount.
Yeah, no, after SpongeBob manages to drive everyone away, Plankton reveals that it was all for land development.
I've heard that line. So we talk sometimes about lines. I didn't hear it as a kid often, but I've heard it once or twice in my adult life. When I've heard people go, "You've used me. You were using me," and in my head I have here, and then I hear someone say it out loud because our generation is cursed.
Yeah, I was thinking earlier today about the whole you can't say everything changed.
Yeah,
without when the Fire Nation attacked.
Yeah, it's our generation is poisoned.
I'm not as poisoned as other people.
I can't. I haven't seen a YouTuber say, and then everything changed without playing the clip. Or I've seen it like once, and it was the top comment.
Yeah, you see it constantly. But, yeah. Once SpongeBob realizes that Plankton was using him, he decides to ruin Plankton's day.
He does, by being assertively nice.
And very quickly brings back everyone.
Except Larry, I'm pretty sure.
Well, Larry, it was Larry's volleyball that SpongeBob popped, so he has to go buy a new one.
Right? Like, he has a reason to pretend like he doesn't know SpongeBob later.
Yeah.
They used to be bros!
SpongeBob is consistently an ass to Larry.
Specifically Larry! But Larry eats puppies, so...
They're fools. Yes, but they're my fools.
Plankton is a business lion.
And, yeah, SpongeBob brings everyone back and foils Plankton's, actually probably helped Plankton. He saved Plankton so much money.
Yeah, so I don't know how land ownership works in Bikini Bottom, but Plankton can't manage one restaurant. He wasn't going to succeed with 2.
He wasn't succeeding with the second restaurant, especially not one on the beach.
No, if he built a hotel there.
Yeah, that might have worked. That might have worked. If he built a small hotel, yeah.
Yeah, Bikini Bottom runs on, like, whatever ye olden America law was. If you cultivate the land, it's yours. He was using the land. It's now his.
So, that was Walking Small.
Yeah, and it had a unique outro, the one we watched, which was cool.
So I'm betting you don't have any more notes because I was out for a while ago.
I have stairs written down for some reason, and I can't remember why.
Probably because Plankton says they'll
Oh
always
yeah,
walk
yeah,
all
yeah,
over
yeah,
you like
yeah,
stairs.
yeah. Nice people get walked all over like stairs, or
This
you'll
is-
get walked all over.
A great line.
Yeah, because it's normally doormat is the thing.
I do like that line a lot.
I'd get that on a shirt if they had it.
It honestly, it feels very much like something that would be a setup in Bob's Burgers. Like Louise would yell, you let people walk all over you, and Gene yell like stairs.
Well, I could see Fish Odor telling Bob he's too much like stairs, and Bob going, "What? You get walked all over, Bob."
Yeah, that too.
Stay tuned when we talk about that show.
I can't wait to do that one. We'll have to do the two parts in like one episode because yeah. And I will get crucified for certain episodes that I love. Let me tell you all the reasons why I love this episode and why the episode is bad for them.
Episodes we like are not necessarily episodes we think are good, and episodes we think are good we may not like.
One of my top 5 episodes is an episode that I think is heavily, heavily flawed. I think one of the weakest episodes of the show is one of my favorite episodes. So, fun.
Oh yeah, there are several I know are good that I'm only mid on.
Yeah. So, and I don't know, your views on Gene are pretty common.
I seem to have the consensus opinion, whereas you seem to believe the consensus may be wrong sometimes.
Yeah. But I believe that mobs are stupid, so. Even when I agree with them, I believe mobs are stupid.
I can believe mobs are stupid and still grab my pitchfork and torch.
Okay. Well, let's go and wrap up. Next time we have the episodes Fools in April and Neptune's Spatula.
I really like one of those episodes.
I cannot watch SpongeBob on cable anymore. Like if I go somewhere where there's cable, and for some reason, Fools in April and Neptune's Spatula is on every time that I see SpongeBob on.
For some reason, I've seen Neptune's Spatula a lot, I feel like I didn't see Fools in April a lot, but I had seen them both.
Yeah.
They're connected. But Fools in April is one of the ones I remember the least about.
So, we'll get to that last time, and this is just a reminder, for SpongeBob Roulette, your clues are peanut, library, and violin. If you're the first person to guess the episode, you will be pinned in the comments below. So, yeah. Once again, your clues are peanut, library, and violin. And we will see you next time.